What's up, Team No T, and welcome back to Unwrapped. I am Tasha, your host, and this is our own news. This is the second installment. And look, this is like a little late breaking, but it's still breaking for some of us. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to this situation that's happening. The other night, a gentleman on TikTok put out a video. His name is RazzleDazzleMo on TikTok. He put out a video. And in the video, you know what? Instead of me telling you, let's just watch this video real quick.
Hey, here's a message for Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. Pay attention, bud. This is for Mike Johnson. If you're not Mike Johnson, you can keep scrolling, or you can stay here and listen to what I have to say. Hey, Mike, you have until Wednesday to swear her in. Wednesday. Or I will release your Grindr profile and your IP address.
Now, if you don't know what he's talking about, he's talking to Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. He's calling him out because Mike Johnson has been basically avoiding or um, refusing to swear in a new member of the House of Representatives. The representative's name is Adelita Grijalva. She's a Democrat out of Arizona, and she needed to be sworn in, and they're delaying the swear in because she would be the final vote that is needed to push forward a bill to release the files related to Jeffrey Epstein. So President Trump doesn't want these files released, of course. Neither does most of the Republican Party. So one way that they feel like they can control the situation is by refusing to swear her in. Now, this gentleman, Razzle Dazzle Mo, he basically is extorting, because I don't think there's a better word, coercing Mike Johnson into swearing her in. He told Mike Johnson, hey, you got until Wednesday to swear her in, or I am going to release the information that I have that puts you on Grindr. Now, if you don't know what Grindr is and why this whole thing uh, makes any sense for him to do, Grindr is an app that is used by the gay community to hook up, to find people to hook up with. And because Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, is a person who wields control over others with the Bible, and he tries to police others' body parts and their sexuality and their use of porn and anything that is considered taboo in Christianity. He is forcing that on others. So if he is living this secret double life as a closeted homosexual himself, well, then it just will shine a spotlight on his hypocrisy. As you can see, Razzle Dazzle Mo he seems to be in an upbeat mood, and he's kind of, it's almost like a wink and a nudge. He's saying, hey, I've got proof that you're on Grindr, including your IP address. So go ahead on and swear this woman in so we can get this vote on this Epstein file stuff going. Then the next day, Razzle Dazzle Mo's demeanor changed considerably.
IP address. Well, to say the last 24 hours has been stressful and chaotic would be an understatement. I have been talking with a lot of people, including a fantastic team of lawyers, and I want to assure everyone I am not a danger to myself or others. I am in a safe place. I have discussed this with other people. I am no longer the only person with this information. It is backed up multiple times. This in no way was a shakedown for anything. I stand to benefit nothing from this. I'm safe. My lawyers are figuring out next steps now, and I'll be laying low.
As you can see, that is a noticeable shift in mood. RazzleDazzleMo does not seem to be upbeat and happy anymore, and it seems as if he at least implies that he has been receiving threats on his life, which is why he had to make a video saying that he does not intend to harm himself and he is not a threat to others. He has also indicated that he has gotten legal help in this situation and that he has backed up the information that he has several times over. Razzle Dazzle Mo seems to be in fear for his life. Now, it was probably ill advised for him to, even jokingly, if it was a joke, to make that type of veiled threat at Speaker of the House Mike Johnson. And I don't recommend for anyone to do that. But if he's telling the truth, how freaking brave. How freaking brave are you to put yourself out in front of this machine, especially this machine that has been doing everything in its power to cover up these Epstein files? So, that is not the last thing that we've heard from Razzle Dazzle Mo. We've got one more clip of him sharing this last little bit of information, and then we'll talk about it on the other side.
Okay, it's Tuesday, September 30th, 2025 at about 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In consultation with close friends, family, and my attorney, we have decided the following steps are necessary. Any and all materials in my possession related to this matter have now been turned over to a trusted media authority, an investigative journalist who will then vet the information and report as necessary. Any and all copies of this information that were in my possession are now out of my possession and have been turned over to several different sources. If anything should happen to me, this will trigger those sources to release that information as well. This is hard. This is something I never planned on. Obviously, it got the attention it did. TikTok has put an account ban warning on my account and taken down that video. So I'm keeping you updated, as many people have asked me to do. I am not backing down. This is democracy. Democracy will prevail. They may get me in the short term, but in the long term, democracy will prevail. Now is the time for us to stand up and speak out for what is right. They can remove my videos, they can silence me. It's your turn. Please stand up for what's right. Get loud. Civil disobedience may be the answer here. The best thing you can do, and people have asked me this, is to go to the link in my bio and help my legal defense fund. This is going to be very expensive, and lawyers like to get paid. This is in no way any type of a grift situation. I need to pay attorneys. And if you can so do, please do. And if you can't, please share out that link. This is our democracy. We need to stand up for what's right and what's good and defeat this evil regime.
On the screen, you'll see Razzle Dazzle Mo's Legal Defense Fund GoFundMe. I will remember to put the link in the description. Look, I believe Razzle Dazzle Mo, but that doesn't mean you have to. Use your good judgment, and if you have it to to contribute to his legal defense fund, do so. But do it because of your conscience and not because of mine, because I believe him. I don't think anybody would put themselves in this level of danger for a hoax unless they were just going to come out and say it's a hoax. Because once my life and the life of my family becomes endangered, I would just come out and say, look, I was just joking. I would not continue the bit. So, Razzle Dazzle Mo has done something that is probably ill advised, and making that kind of a veiled threat against the Speaker of the House of Representatives. But he's also extremely brave if this is true, because we know that Mike Johnson buries the LGBTQ community. He is extremely homophobic in words. So if he's doing something different indeed, he needs to be called out. And no matter what, the Epstein files need to be released. They need to be released yesterday, right? But now we are facing this looming threat of the government shutdown, which I'm pretty sure is going to happen at this point. And this unhinged meeting that Hegseth and Trump had with the top brass in all branches of the military. There's so much going on that I can hardly keep up with the news cycle. And look, this is what I do. I just sit at home watching these babies and keeping up with the news cycle. So if I can't keep up with it, people who have to go and punch a clock and deal with somebody else's BS for 9 or 10 hours a day, I know y'all ain't got time. This is why I'm here to try to connect those dots for you. But it's hard. It is hard because I'm one person. There are so many things that I have to say, so many things that you should be kept abreast upon. But I really thought in the moments that we have right now that I should talk about Razzle Dazzle Mo, because he put his butt on the line for democracy and he's 100% right. He took his turn. We got next. So there is talk of another big demonstration, protest on October 18th. And if you are available, if you are able to get out and protest and make your voice heard, do that. Because people fighting these little battles for us here and there, but we've got a big battle ahead of us because they have truly up the ante on basically going to war against certain cities and demographics in this country. And when I say war, they want to use the military on the streets in this country. We cannot let that happen, y'all. So do what you can with the information for Razzle Dazzle Mo. Share it if you can, contribute if you can. And let's not let this whole thing be in vain. And also, keep your eyes and ears open. Of course, you know I'm going to give you an update if anything new happens. If some information does come out about Mike Johnson and Grindr, and it turns out that Razzle Dazzle Mo had the goods on Mike Johnson, I will keep you notified, keep you guys up to date. With all that being said, I've got nothing else. Hope I shared knowledge today because it sounds like tea, but I don't do tea. You deserve so much more than just tea. See you in the next one. Peace.